The oldest major soft drink in America isn't technically a cola.
It was invented by a pharmacist.
And Roanoke, Virginia cannot get enough of it.
What is it? Find out next on Sarah's Wiki Corner podcast.
It is 4:17. Call it 4:18. Time for Sarah's Wiki Corner. Hello, Sarah.
Hello.
Hello. What are we learning about today on your Wiki Corner?
Well, I don't know if you know this or not, but last week was a pretty big week for Dr. Pepper.
Pretty
big
yes.
week.
Heard about this. The biggest week I think they've ever had.
Yeah. So they are now the second most popular soda in America. They've just surpassed Pepsi.
That's amazing.
So it goes Coke, Dr. Pepper, Pepsi, and then who cares?
And so,
that,
out of curiosity, when they're ranking Pepsi, are they just ranking regular Pepsi, or do they factor in Diet Pepsi and Cherry Pepsi?
I think they factor in all of it, because I think they do the same for Coke.
Because we talked about it on the air last week about how Dr. Pepper had stepped up, Pepsi had slipped. And when I went down the soda aisle at Wegmans, I looked at Pepsi kind of with a little bit of disdain. And then I looked over at little Dr. Pepper, just like a very narrow, like 12 packs of Dr. Pepper, one wide, I think.
Yeah.
And I thought, you guys did it. Of all the soda in this aisle, you stepped up.
I want to say it was in like the year 2000, they were at like number 5. And they are now the second.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Snuck out of nowhere.
And apparently there is a TikTok, speaking of weird, flavor combinations.
Yeah.
There's a weird TikTok trend of people putting pickles in their Dr. Pepper.
Sure.
Apparently, which, again, I like pickles. I like Dr. Pepper. I don't think I would ever put them together.
No.
But apparently that's a thing that the kids are doing over on the TikTok.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe that's why they're number 2, because they are now TikTok trends.
Yeah, pickles are popular.
So Dr. Pepper is actually the oldest major soft drink in America, predating both Coca-Cola and Pepsi.
Wow.
Yeah, Dr. Pepper was first. Who knew?
Who knew?
Dr. Pepper was created in the 1880s by a pharmacist named Charles Alderton in Waco, Texas, and first served around 1885. Alderton worked in a shop called Morrison's Old Corner Drugstore, which also had a soda fountain. He noticed that customers were tiring of the traditional flavors of sarsaparilla, lemon, and vanilla. And so to try and revive sales, he started experimenting with new flavor combinations, eventually settling on a 23-ingredient mix combined with phosphoric acid to give it a tang.
Well, a couple of things. First of all, I haven't heard the word sarsaparilla since high school, I don't think. And then there's 23 ingredients mixed into...
23 flavors.
To make the magic that is Dr. Pepper.
Yes. So it was first sold on December 1st, 1885, and it was ordered by asking the soda attendant to shoot a Waco.
Oh, geez.
Which is some weird foreshadowing.
And that didn't age well at all.
Yeah.
All right.
So Alderton gave the formula to the owner of the drugstore, named Wade Morrison, who then named it Dr. Pepper. Now, this almost could have been part of my theme week last week on the food named after people.
Yes.
But there's a lot of theories about the origins of the soft drink's name. One possible reason that the name was chosen was the practice, which was common at the time of the drink's creation, of including doctor in the name of products to convey the impression that they were healthy. Like if we just say doctor, people are going to think this is healthy, right? A theory often cited is that the drink was named after an actual doctor, Charles T. Pepper of Rural Retreat, Virginia. Morrison may have named the drink after the doctor in gratitude for Pepper having given Morrison his first job. However, the curator for the Dr. Pepper Bottling Company Museum, which is a real thing that exists in Texas, has stated that there's not one piece of evidence that Morrison ever actually worked for Charles T. Pepper in Rural Retreat. The origin for the name is unclear, and the museum apparently has collected over a dozen different stories on how the drink became known as Dr. Pepper.
Are they open to more if we can come up with more?
Maybe.
Or they're just,
hard to say,
they're going to stop
right?
at 12.
Yeah. So it was introduced to almost 20 million people while attending the 1904 World's Fair Exposition in St. Louis as a new kind of soft drink. Early advertisements made medical claims stating that it aids digestion and restores vim, vigor, and vitality.
I was looking for something to do all those things.
Yes. As with the formula for Coca-Cola, the formula for Dr. Pepper is a carefully guarded trade secret.
Sure.
And allegedly, the recipe is kept as 2 halves in safe deposit boxes in 2 separate Dallas banks.
Are you serious?
Apparently, yeah.
It's straight out of a movie.
A persistent rumor since the 1930s is that Dr. Pepper contains prune juice.
Oh.
But the official Dr. Pepper FAQ section refutes that. So
There's no prune juice in it?
May or may not be one of the 23 flavors.
They should try it. They should do a prune in. You know how they do like the different twists on things. They should do it with prunes.
Now with prune juice.
Now with prune juice.
You think that would boost their sales? I mean, among a certain demographic.
It would help with
perhaps.
an older demo, perhaps.
Maybe.
I'd give that a shot.
Would you? I don't know.
I don't think prunes taste bad.
No, my grandma used to eat prunes.
Well, yeah,
and
everybody's grandma used to eat prunes. But
I definitely used to, she would give me some when I was a kid. I would eat them too.
I don't think they taste that bad.
No, they're not bad.
They're not beautiful. And
they get a bad rap.
They do
Prunes
get a rap.
Yeah, they got a bad reputation,
Yeah.
but not bad.
No.
So although Dr. Pepper has similarities to cola, the Food and Drug Administration has ruled that Dr. Pepper is not a cola, nor a root beer, nor a fruit-flavored soft drink.
So we know what it isn't, but what is it?
Well, Dr. Pepper is said to be in a category all of its own called pepper soda. Pepper soda.
They made that up.
No, that's what they named it. Yeah.
Okay.
Other soft drinks in this category, such as Pib Extra.
Oh yeah, Pib.
Forgot about that, didn't you?
Who is that? Is that the main competitor for?
I think so.
Dr. Pepper.
Well, it has a similar flavor profile.
It does.
I'm not sure how many drinks are in the pepper soda category, but it can't be too many.
No.
Can't be too many.
No.
Thanks to this ruling in 1963, bottlers were free to distribute Dr. Pepper without running afoul of their exclusive deals with Coca-Cola and Pepsi.
Sure.
And by the end of the decade, Dr. Pepper was available from coast to coast. So it was a good thing that they were not categorized as that.
Yeah.
In the early 1960s, Dr. Pepper promoted the idea of serving the drink hot with lemon slices in the winter.
That seems like a TikTok.
That seems like a thing that
doesn't it?
TikTok needs to do next.
So
after
these
the
TikTok
pickles.
ideas were around before TikTok.
Right. Ads showing families enjoying the drink began to come out with directions on how to make it. This included warming Dr. Pepper in a pan. I suppose this is probably before microwaves. And then pouring it over a thinly sliced lemon in a cup. So like almost a hot toddy.
Yeah, it sounds like you're making a cocktail with it.
Yeah, but just hot, flat
Okay.
soda. Like
Yeah.
that, yeah. Hot Dr. Pepper, as you can imagine, never quite took off.
Right.
Yeah. The company sells more Dr. Pepper in the Roanoke Valley area of Virginia than any other metropolitan area east of the Mississippi River.
Really?
The first Dr. Pepper plant east of the Mississippi opened in Roanoke in 1936, and subsequently the city was named the Dr. Pepper capital of the world and broke world records for its mass consumption of Dr. Pepper in the late 1950s. Now, drinking a lot of Dr. Pepper, or really any soda for that matter, is not great for your health.
No,
but-
despite having the doctor in the name.
Right. Unless you ask a Texas woman named Elizabeth Sullivan, because she drank 3 Dr. Peppers a day for more than 40 years. And not only did she credit the soda for her longevity, she also praised it for her exceptional health. She lived to be 106 years old, drinking 3 Dr. Peppers every single day
Take that.
for 40 years.
Take that.
Yeah,
That's
pretty good.
As good as science right there.
Yeah.
You picked out a record to go along with Dr. Pepper, did you, Sarah?
Yeah, so we're going to play the I'm a Pepper song jingle
Yeah.
from their commercials
And we're gonna
back
say
in the day.
this is very poor quality. It's
Yeah.
taken directly from YouTube actually,
Yeah.
and a 70s commercial. So
Yes.
bear with the
But it's a
quality.
catchy song.
60 seconds. It'll take you back. Thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome.
I drink Dr. Pepper.
Trying to manage this.
All right, there we go.
Um,
This is a quick one here. What were you gonna say?
I was trying to manage. I had to manage the video.
So Dr. Pepper is not owned by either Coke or Pepsi.
No, it's owned.
That's weird because I always think of all the soft drinks being owned by one or the other, like the Sprite, which is Coca-Cola, and 7-Up, which is Pepsi.
It's owned by like Keurig. It's Keurig Dr. Pepper, I think, is what it.
Oh, the company that makes like the coffee Keurigs?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Is it not on here?
All right, we'll talk about that. It'll be post.
Well,
You ready?
yes.
All right. That's a quick one. Legends 1027, the biggest hits in the history of the world, except for that one. It's I'm a Pepper. David Naughton actually performed that. David Naughton is a disco musician, singer.
He is?
Yeah, we have some songs by David Naughton.
Do we really?
Yeah, we do.
Oh.
Yeah, we
But
do.
not that one?
Not that one.
Why not?
Sorry, I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know why. All right, let's. You have 3 things we must take away from today's Wiki Corner. Are you ready?
Ready.
Ready, go.
All right, Dr. Pepper is the oldest major soft drink in America.
Legally, Dr. Pepper isn't a cola, it's a pepper soda.
And Roanoke, Virginia is the Dr. Pepper capital of the world.
There it is.
Yep.
There it is, the Dr. Pepper capital of the world. Very good. Now, we were just having a conversation off of the air during that brief song. Dr. Pepper not owned by either Coke or Pepsi. This is a completely separate brand.
I think it's Keurig. Keurig Dr. Pepper. I think is what it's called.
You said are they based in Dallas? Is that what you said? Because Keurig, I think, is based in Dallas.
I think so.
So, yeah. Anyway, all right. Well, fair enough. Well, that's good for them. The small guy coming up and, really punching him in the nose. Folks, want to learn more about Dr. Pepper, Sarah, where do they go? What do they do?
Well, you can go to my Wiki blog.
Yes.
If you go to legends1027.com, on the homepage, there's a link that takes you to my blog where I post everything I talk about every day.
It is all right there. Wonderful. We'll check that out, and you'll be back tomorrow, fresh episode at 4:10.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And if you're following us on YouTube, like or subscribe, and appreciate everybody watching on Facebook as well. Traffic and weather next on Legends 1027.